Hey guys, hope you don't mind. Gotta get that coffee in. Um, this cup actually I got at Saratoga in New York. It was like the last battle where Benedict Arnold uh, did an honorable act. That was a pretty cool mug, cool picture on there. But this week we had some better weather, so I got out to that 1860 home site that I scouted in an earlier video. At the time that I detected and filmed, I still had not had all the pieces of the puzzle put together yet. As I mentioned, I like to do a bunch of research to find out about the place and the people there before I get too into it, just to see what was going on. And what I found is pretty serious. It's tragic and inspiring. I feel a sense of accomplishment, though, in that I'm going to tell this guy's story, and his story is going to be remembered, and his sacrifice is going to be remembered. So what I found was first the 1860 census had some inaccurate information. I'm not exactly sure when he was born, but the closest estimate is about 1842. The gentleman's name was Jonathan Americus Butts. Americus is Latin for Amerigo, which is the guy that named America. And that was a common name in the South in the early half of the 1800s. Got a little cheat sheet here of what I found out. He enlisted July 10th, 1862 as a private into C Company of the 111th New York Infantry. And from there, he participated in the campaign at Harper's Ferry in 1862 and at Gettysburg, 1863. After Gettysburg, his unit chased General Lee's army back down into the South, into Virginia, and eventually they were sent back to Washington, D.C. for the defense. His unit, Company C, was put out at a place called Lewinsville, Virginia, which is right outside of D.C. near Tyson's. While he was there, at midnight, October 2nd, a Confederate raid took place there where he was at Camp Beckwith. Camp Beckwith was defended by the 16th Cavalry and the 111th Infantry. And it was just like a supply depot. This Confederate raid took 20 prisoners and they captured 64 horses. From there, Private J. Butts was captured and he went to Andersonville. Andersonville was open for 14 months during the war, had 45,000 Union prisoners, and of those, 13,000 died. And Private Butts was one of those casualties. Doing some research, I found his name on the records at the museum there. I can't find anything online to look at. You have to go to the museum to actually see the original record. I did find a picture of his headstone, though. He's buried down there in Andersonville. So, I just wanted to share that little story with you guys. Metal detecting really is the best hobby, best pastime in the world. We'll take a look at the video. Thank you.
Hey guys, shout out time. I want to give a thanks to Dog is my co-pirate. Awesome videos, buddy, from Chile. And Admonish Metal Detecting. That guy is out there detecting in 10 degrees, single digits on the beach. Great stuff. Go check them out. Don't know if you guys can see all these rocks up on the snow here. That would be from snowmobiles tearing up the rocks as they go by, which I'm surprised not a whole awful lot of snow right now for them to be coming through here. Hey guys, we're back at the site that I detected a couple weeks ago, the 1860 home site. On my way in today, I did see a couple hunters out there with their dogs hunting. It's grouse season right now currently, so I have to keep an eye out for them. When I left today, it was 34, 35 degrees. Yesterday was in the low 30s. I went out my backyard and tested the ground, and dirt dug up was not too frozen. We still have a couple inches of snow on the ground, so we're just gonna have to toss that aside. But last time I was here, I got a few solid hits, and let's go see what we can find. Got our first tone of the day. Mix of mid and high. And we got our first nickel of the day. Okay guys, so got a mid-range tone. We got a nice hole dug here. Make sure there's nothing else. And there it is. Nice. Oops. Let's see what we got. Got a 30-06 Springfield. Oh, there's my first casing of the day. Okay, so this one here we found some tire spray, tire shine. Okay guys, so I just found a whole bunch of signals on the old wagon road that went back to the back of their fields. I think what I found is a burn pit, because there's some charcoal remains and just a whole bunch of trash really. But what's exciting is that I found time period pieces. Not sure what this is. Looks like some sort of pin. We got a couple square nails, and we got about 3-4 hours to detect today. If I have time, I'm gonna head over due east just a little bit, a few hundred yards. There's a nice stretch of stone wall. I wouldn't mind running my detector up and down. It's my dream that one day I'm gonna find a rock and a secret hiding place behind it filled with treasure. But you know, one can dream, right? So I'm just heading back down this wagon road to grab my gear. I left it up front by the seasonal road there. Set up like it was just a little staging area. Some snowmobilers have gone by, so I'm just gonna go grab it just in case anyone decide to get nosy and take a peek. Figure while I'm hiking back, I did a little more research into the name that's listed on the home site here from 1860. I use Ancestry.com to do a lot of my research. This guy, I could hardly find anything on him, but what I do know is that all this land belonged to his parents, Rolf Butts, and they lived just up around the corner. That's where he grew up. And at the time of the 1860 census, he was 16 years old, the one that lived here, Jonathan A. Butts. I don't know if that was common, 16-year-old to be listed as head of household at his own home. No other people lived in the home. I mean, granted, it was on the family farm. Maybe they set him up with his own place. They all worked towards the family farm. He has about 4 or 5 other siblings. And by 1875, on that map, this home site was not there, it was non-existent. And his parents' house, one that was listed under Rolfe, he died sometime in between that 15-year period, and the home went to the wife and is listed as Mrs. Butts. So, and this property was sold off to the neighbor just down the road to the east, Mr. Robbins. So I'm just assuming, my theory is that the father died and running the farm just no longer became feasible, and they all just went their own ways. But definitely gonna have to dig into some more research and see what else I can find out. Alright, so I'm back at the stone pile where when they cleared the fields, they just put all the stones in a big pile and they used them for their rock walls and where else they needed them for. When I was here last in my scouting video, I noted where I had found some iron sights. Right there is the rock pile still covered in snow. And right up here to the side of it, we got an iron hit. So I'm going to try to do a live dig here. And looks like we have more rocks from their pile. This one might be too tough to do one-handed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be right back. Okay, so we got it dug up. Here's the rock that was in the way, that was bending my shovel. What I found is, looks like fencing right next to the huge rock pile. I've never seen fencing like this. It's twisted on purpose. Curves all the way down, and then you get to the end and it looks like they ran out and they used just some wire. I know barbed wire wasn't invented until the later part of the 1800s, so this might have been what they used. I'm gonna have to look into that. Alright guys, super excited. When I went scouting, there was just a lot of snow, and I tried to measure off of the maps where the home site might have been. And I was walking along, and there's one of the spots I thought might have been it was where it was flat, and it looked like they piled a bunch of dirt up and flattened it out, so it was elevated. And I was just walking around the area, and right here I just found the remnants of the stone foundation. So we're definitely in the right spot. This spring, when the snow's gone, we'll have to come back. So I've been out here about 2 hours. I'm gonna take a little break, eat a little snack, hydrate, and then I'm gonna go on over and check out that stone wall. So traipsed over to find the stone wall. Deeper in the woods where it's shaded, the snow was still in some places knee high. And the stone wall is in this area, but it's just buried. So we're gonna head out of here. My daughter's got her birthday party today, so we're gonna go do that. We found the foundation to the home site, so overall a good day. We found some time period pieces as well as some modern trash. But I'm gonna get out of here now, and I'll see you at the wrap up. You never know what you're gonna find out here. I was walking along, thought I was on part of a logging trail or just an opening between some trees. Turned out I was on a small creek, and I fell through the ice. Luckily it's only about shin deep, but my socks are soaked, my feet are freezing, and I still got maybe another 20-minute walk before I'm out of here. But that just goes to show you gotta be prepared. Safety is paramount. You never know. That could have been a pond or a beaver dam, you know. But I just thought I'd let you know. Okay, so here's the wrap up, guys. I found this old wire fence here. You can see how it's twisted. I found out barbed wire was invented in 1867, and then there's another patent for it in 1874. This piece here that was attached with it, this actually does have some barbs on it. While I was out today, I also found some trash, these cans, which I took out. You know, pick up a piece of garbage and take it with you. I made sure I filled in all my holes nice and proper. We had the tire spread. Oh, fix the flat. Right here. We had our 30-06 round. We had some square nails. We had some junk metal. And here, I think it's another square nail. It's pretty corroded with some stuff on it. This one right here, I cleaned it up. And I noticed there's some threads on it. Some sort of pin. And then it's got like a square nail top right here. But we had a good day out there. We found the homestead site. We found the foundation. There was plenty of snowmobilers out there, and it was a beautiful day. Just a little bit too much snow still, so we'll get back out there again in the spring. Till then, happy hunting.